73%, yes. This one, slideshow. Okay, right. Then I have to go with the my this. Then if I want to go to another slide, then I have to press the down key. Right. Yes, right. Okay, madam. Yes. Okay, thank you. Actually, Dr. Member, one more thing is there. Tomorrow, should I tell students tomorrow I'll not be available? You have the group discussion, or should I say that tomorrow you only have the group discussion? That's only. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll tell them that tomorrow there will be the assignment group discussion will be there, and I explain them what will be the grading and what will be the discussion there. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Doctor. Yeah, a small time. I'll take a little. Okay, within a 2-3 minutes, I'll start here. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, fine. Good afternoon, everyone.
I believe by now you know how to mute your microphone. This is a classroom, please. Please mute your microphone.
Who is not muting? Hussein? Now, everyone, as I have told you that I have a quick revision of this step 1 and step 2. All of you. Everyone is listening to me? Say yes or no?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
yes.
following.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I'd like to call up Justice to have a quick remind of the step 1. Justice? Are you there?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we're with you.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, just have a quick remind of step 1.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Please, I didn't get you.
Justice, I want that As in the morning session, I told that in my second session, I will take a quick remind of step 1 and step 2 from you all. So I'm asking you to give a quick description of step 1.
Can you please mute your microphone? The noise is too much.
Now,
Okay. Okay. Hello.
yes, hello?
Yeah, we talked. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
Well,
Justice,
we
I
keep,
Yes,
can hear
we talked about community.
you.
Hello.
Yes, yes, we have talked about community.
Okay. We talked about who should be involved in community-based participatory action research.
Yes.
And the first point yes, the people most affected.
Hmm.
The people most affected by the issue or intervention under study. Here, you made us to understand that these are the people whom you are going to, whom you have identified a problem, and you are going to research into that problem to come out with sustainable solutions. So as such, the people must be involved in the research so that you'll be able to know the real situation underground, so that you, the researcher, will not be able to manipulate or be biased, because the people involved who are affected are being part of the research. As such, it's very good for you to involve them so that you'll be able to get a clear picture of the situation underground.
Right.
You have to be close to them, live with them, eat with them, you drink their water, so that you also be part of them to know what is really affecting them or what are their real problems. So you, the researcher, also become part of them to be able to have more experience about the problem they are facing. Thank you.
Fine. Then step 2, step 1, second part. Justice. Step 1, second part. Second partnerships.
Hello?
Second partners. Who will be the second partners?
Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Justice, I can hear you. I think some network issue with him. Okay, Raymond, you come over there.
Step 2, the other part is we need to involve other members of the affected population. These are people that could be in the community where the data collection or the process that we want to undertake in that community are found. There could be people that are not directly affected, but they are closer to those that are affected with the problem that we are investigating. So these people, once we get to involve them, because they live in a community where there's a problem, they will be able to know and they will be able to give us information as to what is pertaining in that community. Hence their need to get involved in the research.
Right.
Thank you.
Are you able to describe the third point in step 1? Decision makers?
The third point is actually getting to involve the decision makers. Like I've given an example in the morning, the first session we had, where in every community where you go to collect information, you need, there are traditional leaders that are in those localities.
Yes.
There are civic leaders that live, work from there. There are government or public staff that are also there. So we need to get to involve them because they are the people that have the first-hand information. So they will help us to give us a link as to what exactly the problem is. For example, I said, if we get to a community where the superior authority in that community is a chief, the chief has to be involved. We need to liaise with them, discuss with them, tell them what we want to achieve at the end of the day. Then they'll be able to give us first-hand information of how their community is like. And then once we are done with those, we can get to visit or reach public officers. The public officers who also would give us the first-hand information because they might be aware of whatever is happening. When it comes to legislature, we'll look at the civic leaders that are voted into office by the community. They'll also have first-hand information which they can give to us in order for us to know how their community is like.
Fine.
So those are some of the people that we can get information from.
Fine.
Thank you.
Good. Justice, will you be able to describe the last 6 points? 6 partners?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, I was having some network problems, so I was not able to get you in the first start, but now I'm back.
No, that is not a problem. That's why I have asked the Raymond to explain the things. Okay. I'm just asking to you the 6th partner. Will you be able to describe them? Who were they?
Yes, please. I'm okay.
Yeah, just describe about the last 6 points. That is community members at large. Who will be there? Who are they? And what they will do? How they are helpful
Thank you very.
for all the researchers.
Thank you very much. Please, for community members at large, you told us that this is where the researcher look at the community in totality. That is all sectors of the community. Those people who are actually affected and those who are not affected by the research, you look at them in totality. That is, there may be other people who are not affected by the problem, but they may also have information to support your research, or they may also have a feel of what you are going to do on the ground. So as such, involving all these categories of people, those who are actively involved in your research and those who are not actively involved, you gaining information from all these people will help you to have a feel of the situation underground.
Fine.
Example. Okay.
Fine, right. Yeah, you were giving the example. Say, complete.
Okay. So I was saying that example, you can.
Yes.
For if you want to research
Network problem.
on a
Okay, fine.
topic
Not a
like chieftaincy or ethnic
not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, fine. We'll go ahead with our second step of setting the priorities. Right? In our second step, okay, John is there.
Yes, I just joined now,
Yeah,
some
John,
minutes ago. Yeah.
just give a brief description regarding the setting priorities.
Setting priorities. Okay.
Yeah, in morning
No.
we have talked about that.
Yes, we talked about that in the
Yes,
first section.
yes,
Setting priority is just like, okay, I want to go into a certain community now
yeah,
to carry out research. First of all, I want to identify those issues, those problems
mm,
that are imminent in that community first.
okay,
Issues that are currently present in that community first. I will itemize them out, set them out, write them out in terms of like a priority in scale of preference. Then going into the community, after seeing those problems, I'll see if I can provide an immediate solutions to them before introducing what I want to achieve, before introducing my research to the community via their leaders. And in this, we have about seven subtopic which we need to look at before proceeding. One, we have existing effect that is addressing the issue that is currently on ground, the existing issue that is currently on ground. And also, we look at relationship to other problems, that is addressing a particular issue. How does it affect the other issue we are trying to solve? So that's the second point. Then local expertise. Local expertise are those professionals within the community that can support and provide solutions to existing problems and to the research or to, we are trying to conduct. Then
right,
also capacity. We also look at the community. Does the community has the capacity to solve its own internal problem? If yes, then we'll see how we can enhance them and how we can support them to be able to meet up or to be able to solve that existing problems. Then we look at the visibility.
wait a minute, John. In the capacity, we are not going to see ourselves that how we can help them. In a capacity, we have to see whether the organizations which are handling the problems are able to see the problems or are able to handle the problems easily or not, what kind of capacity they are holding. Okay,
Yeah.
we have
Yes,
to
yes.
question that thing. We have to find out whether the organizations are in a good way working or not. Okay,
Okay, yeah,
yes,
yeah. Okay, okay,
yeah, carry
okay.
on.
Okay, then visibility. Visibility is talking about, is there available funds or grants to solve or address the problem the community is facing? With
Yes,
particular, for example, now in Nigerian, there's a place where they call Niger Delta, where they usually have these oil pollution, oil spillage,
right,
and oil spillage within the community. And looking at all the companies around that community, these are, you have the likes of Shell, you have the likes of Chevron. These are capable organizations that have required funds to execute to execute in solving that particular problem. But you find out that this community, this organization, maybe they don't have will that will to do that cleanup of that environment. So the federal government needs to come in to do that. That's on feasibility. That's if available funds, if there are available funds to solve the problem on ground. Then policy impact. Policy impact is talking about those government intervention or those policy that directly solve the problem we are looking at. For example, now in Nigeria, currently the COVID has made all puppies to be at home. So federal government are coming up with a policy now that will say, okay, let's start online education. For example, in Edo State, they're currently adopting an online education process where pupils goes online to study, just like we are doing right here now.
Yes.
So in the aspect of synergy is the issue that everyone has to come together. Everybody in the community has to come together to tackle the problem and ensure that the problem is solved. That's all. That's what I understand by step 2.
Right. Very good. You have defined it very fine, described it very finely. Now we'll come to the next topic, that is the forming of the partnerships and building up relationships, building the trust here, right? Now in this step, we form a kind of committee, you can say that, or we can form a kind of board of 5 to 10 people who are from the same community. We, as we have discussed in the step 1, we have take the 6 partners. So from each community or each sector, we will just hire a one partner and we'll form a kind of board which will help us to analyze the things, to understand the things, and which will build a good team in within us, which build up a good relationship between us, which will help us to understand what the community is going through if in a affected community. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
I didn't get it.
Yes.
Please, could you go over it again, please?
Yes, Precious, what you said?
Could you go over it again? I didn't get that correctly, please.
Okay, no, I didn't get it correctly. That means here I'm telling that in the step 3, we have to just build up a kind of relation with all the members, all the people, so that uh, we can understand the things clearly. So for that, we form a kind of board, or you can say a committee, which help us to understand the things. So we call them like community advisory board or a community action, right?
All right. Go ahead, please.
Now further, these community board is consist of all the consultants you have seen in step 1, which we have included in our research. We take one consultant from that kind of sectors, right? Like one consultant will come from the you can say affected community, then one this consultant come from the community which is indirectly connected to the affected people. Like this, all the people, one kind of people will join this committee, right? And once we will start working with them, we are able to communicate with the affected community very well, because these people are coming from their side only. These people are very known to them. So whenever we form a CAB, that is a community advisory board, we always found the well-known members of the community. Here it is written, if you all can see, they should have an interest in and even a history of involvement in the community. The members whom we are choosing, right, for our research, they should be involved in the community development affairs. They should know about the community, right? That then only they will help you, no? Do you understand, Precious?
Yes, please, I understand.
Yes. That's why we form a committee of 5 to 10 members who help us to understand the affected community, right? They help us to do the research on that thing. Got it?
Yes, please, I got that.
Yes. Anyone having any problem in this? A very small thing which you all of you have to understand in this, a community is made, that is community advisory board, which should be consist of the consultants that you have identified in the step 1. This step includes the informal partnerships and relationships and build up a trust between each team member, including the researcher. Got? Everyone got this?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Yes,
clear.
it's clear.
Good, good, good. Now I will come to the next step, that is developing a common mission statement. Okay? Given that each partner organization has its own missions, goals, and objectives, community institutional partnerships for prevention research need to engage in a process of creating a common vision and selecting and prioritizing mutually defined issues, goals, and objectives that reflect the multiple agendas that partners bring to the table. Here we have formed a committee in the step 3, right? Then that committee will go to its different sectors, different places, different community, and find out all the things, and will come to the one table and discuss all those things. Their main aim was to find out different answers or answers for the different questions which you all of you have asked them, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Then
Yes, ma'am.
all these multiple agendas will be discussed over there, and you can finalize your report on the basis of that. Got it, everyone?
Yes, please.
Your mission statement here means what for the work which you have gone for. Okay, that is your mission. Your mission statement, the statement which is depicting all your work which you have done over there. It should reflect overarching values and goals. In that you have to present all those things, all values which you have got from your partners. Right, everyone?
Please, could you go over the mission statement again? I didn't get that correctly, please. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Here, just as it is written, here as just as it is written here, can you see this statement here? A mission statement should reflect the overarching values and goals. Are you able to read this line?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes. So the mission is what I told you right now. The mission is the work on which you have gone. You send your consultants for asking the questions to the communities, to the affected community, right?
Yes, please.
They will, that is the mission. And once you, all of you will discuss all those points or the agendas which the partners will bring to you, you will make a one statement on that. One statement means you will conclude it, right? So in that, your conclusion, that overarching values and goals should reflect, means those things should come out. What is the main problem in that? What are the goals? What was your goal to find out? It should reflect in that conclusion. Right, Precious?
Yes, ma'am. Got that. Thank you.
Right. If
That
you
is
have,
okay.
yes, Moses?
Yes, I'm okay. Clear, that is clear.
Yeah. If any problem, please ask me unhesitantly. Okay? Without hesitating. I don't want that you, all of you, are listening to me here and attending the classes and don't understand anything and still going back. Right, everyone?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
please. We got
please.
that. Thank
Okay,
you.
fine. Again, we will go to the next slide. That is the developing the CBPAR principles for the project. Now, on which principles you have to be there, you have to work out on CBPAR. That is what we are going to talk here. First, in developing the CBPAR principles with partners or the community, try to answer these questions together. Right? Is the partnership clear about how community is defined? Means and the characteristics that gives this identity. Right. Now, in this question, they are trying. You have to trying to find out that whatever the people you have selected for your as your partners, are they able to relate themselves to the community? If they are relating themselves to the community easily or they are very close to the community, then of course they will be able to tell you about the community very clearly, right? And what the things they can do for that. Right, everyone?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, Raymond. Justice and John, are you able to understand?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Right. Now, how second question will be, how will the proposed project build on the strengths of the community, enhance its capacity? How the project build on the strengths of the community? Whatever the project you are taking up, how it is going to strengthen the community? Okay, help in building up the strengths of the community and how it will increase its capacity to work out, right? You, all of you must have these questions with you, right? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Good one.
Please.
Now the third will come. How will the partners, their local histories, and where the partnerships are centered influence the direction of the work being processed? Means you have to collect the history of your partners, their local histories. You should know what partners are going to be centered and influence each other, and how you will do their work, right?
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, fine then. Now the fourth question will come. What benefits will the community receive? And are there other partners or communities involved who may not receive any direct benefits? This is a question in which you should know how whatever the work you are going to do with the help of your partners is going to help benefit the community. Okay, what kind of benefit the community will receive, right? And then,
Yes, we're with you.
yes, and are there other partners who are not receiving direct benefits? Partners or the communities who are not receiving any direct benefits of your work, of your partner's work. Okay, now fifth is the how will the proposed project simultaneously implement interventions and conduct research while still addressing long-term systems change, that is poverty, sexism, racism, imbalance of power between the communities and institutions. Now you have to find out all this in your way, that whatever the proposed project is there, how you will implement all those things being with these problems of poverty, sexism, racism. All these problems are prevailing in our community, right? We all of
Yes.
us are going through these problems in and every country, in every communities. Got it? So you have to think about it, that how you can take upon your projects with these problems simultaneously.
Hmm? Please, you guys should mute your mics, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
John. John.
I'm with you.
Yes, whose mic was open? Whose mic was not mute? Can anybody make me understand the last question here? John, tell me. John,
Hello. Hello.
Raymond.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes. Explain me the last question.
Who should explain, Raymond or John?
Raymond.
Okay. The last question: how will the proposed project simultaneously implement interventions and conduct research while still addressing the long-term system change? This question, you are now discussing with stakeholders or partners at the community level. And these partners could be the community themselves, could be the community action boards, it could be the other stakeholders that are implementing or that are in the same community, like government, civil society organizations.
Yes.
Yeah. So as you are discussing, now the question will be, in as much as we are trying to address, for example, the water issue here, in as much as there's somebody with the mic on.
Who is the okay? John, okay?
Please, can
Yeah,
we
there's
off the mic,
somebody
please?
with the mic on. Yes. So,
I have
for
off my
example,
mic.
I think we just need to start charging people that are keeping their mic on,
I stop them.
so that whoever makes his mic on when he doesn't have the permission should lose a mark.
You start, Raymond. I have muted them.
Yeah, I think that would be better because people are keeping mics on and then there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, for example, you are addressing the water issue in a community that has other issues as well. So the question is, would this project that we are implementing in this community going to address alongside other problems that are in that community as we are addressing issues of water? If we are going to address that together alongside, then we are going to attain our objective at the end of the day. So you are addressing the water issue. There could be another problem, like for example, toilets might not be there. Some communities lack toilets. So in an event where they don't have toilets, as you're addressing water, what should be the next thing? Is the water going to address the toilet issue? Or is the water going to address the hygiene that is required in the community?
Right.
So whereas you are implementing such a project, you need to look at what are the other impacts or other benefits that the community will get at the expense of having this project in the community.
Right.
Yeah.
So these are the questions which you have to keep in your mind. Not in mind, you have to work on these questions before starting your work. Got it? Before going to the community, before telling them what you are come for, what you are starting here, all of you have to keep these things in your mind. Yes, John, okay? Yes. This is Dr. John who want to say something.
Is it me? No, I'm not.
No, John, not you. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
Hello.
Right.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, can you hear me, Sifra?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think by that you'll be able to like have maybe a meaningful. For instance, what I am doing in one of the places concerning the healthcare system, where I adopted a medical center where that the medical center has existed in the community for about 30 years. And now, during this process of global crisis, I'm trying to study how well they have been able to use innovations in handling the crisis, as well as attending to the situations they have bordering on COVID-19. Of doing that, in the process of doing that, notice that they stepped up community. They know that, okay, fine. If maybe the process of attending to patients or process of medical personnel and community relationship was maybe very normal, certain development has been able to cause them to stay up or maybe gear up to the next challenge. Yeah. And by that, we are looking presently on hand washing, how effective has that been within the healthcare system. And in looking at that, we discovered that they have also been able to like take up this to the most vulnerable set of people whom they have also identified as people who are vulnerable to diseases. So meaning that in tracking my performance out of the 10 questionnaires for patients as specified by my project, I need to identify 5 or maybe so of the number of persons from these vulnerable communities as part of the persons, my respondents in the questionnaires, to see their relationship with the facility I adopted and also the community. Yes. Very aspect of my project.
Okay. Very nice.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm okay.
Thank you, John. Dr. John. What should I call you right now? As I have John and I have Dr. John Uke.
My name is John Uket. John Uket.
Okay. And I have one John. 2 John.
Yes, the name is John.
Nice. Now, everyone, thank you. Here are.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you too.
Here I have finished today this session. Okay, everyone.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Now, everyone, I have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Bye-bye.
No, not bye right now. I'm telling
Oh, okay.
Right now, I'm telling you that for tomorrow's morning session, I'll be not able to admit there, but we have a group discussion tomorrow. Right, everyone?
Yeah. Okay.
Grading system.
Yes, please.
Regarding that group discussion, there will be the 4 questions and the principles over there. All of you have to get prepared with them. Right?
Okay.
And I'm going to make the 3 people as the leader of the group. 3 group, and I'm making the leader 3 leaders here. One will be Justice. Second is Precious. Third one will be John Olu. Can you hear me?
Did I hear my name?
Raymond, please mute your mic.
Raymond, off your mic. Raymond, off your mic.
Yes, Raymond, off your mic.
Reclam, off your mic. Reclam, please put off your mic.
Reclam is mute. Dr. John, you don't have to come here. Only John. John?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Yes, you. Justice, you.
Hello.
Unmute your mic. Yes. And Precious, you. Unmute your mic.
What?
Miss Shifra, please, could you go over it again? I'm lost. Please, I heard my name, so I need to understand why my name is mentioned. Please, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes. So, Mr. James will share you with you all the circular regarding the group discussion. That will be a group assignment for you all. All of you have to go through with that assignment circular today, and tomorrow in the morning session, all of you will have that discussion, right? And the leaders will be Justice, Precious, and John. Okay.
Is it my John or my John Oluwaseun?
You.
Okay, no problem.
Right.
Thank
okay, and I will join you all in at afternoon session. Okay.
Okay.
That will be fine with you all. I will see the reports.
Yes, please.
And I want to see that who will do best. Right?
Please, there's a noise background, please. I couldn't understand. I couldn't get anything. I just hear the names being mentioned, so I don't understand. Can you go over it again, please?
Yes. Again, I repeat it here that tomorrow in the morning session, all of you will be going for the group discussion, and all of you have to take part in that. Is a compulsory thing.
Please, whose mic is on should mute his mic, please.
His mic is unmuted. Yes. And tomorrow, Mr. James will take care of all the coordination. All of you will get the circular regarding the group assignment. Okay? Justice?
Yes, get the document number.
Yes, please.
Justice, John, and Precious.
My own edit is, I don't think.
For three groups.
Ibrahim, please off your mic, please.
Moses got it?
I'm with you, ma.
Okay, fine then. So thank you all. This was the information I have to give you all. So everyone should get prepared perfectly for your group discussion. As you all know, your grading also depends on that also. Right? Your grading depends on your speaking skills too. So be in a disciplined manner, follow the instructions tomorrow in the morning. I will be there in the afternoon session and I will take the report from there. Right? Right, everyone?
Okay, all right.
Good. Thank you all.
Thank you too.
Valuable time.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
All right.
Dr.